All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 11. So, welcome to post-exam 2 week. All right. So, hopefully, you guys are wrapping that up and you're getting started on this week's material. So, this is the beginning of our final content phase of this semester. All right. So, we're going to start that off with chapter 7 this week, and then we're going to move on to chapter 6 in a couple. I think next week we'll get started on that. Then that'll take us to the end of the semester. Of course, we have like a project to work on, and we have a final exam. But yeah, this is getting towards the end of the content, all right? And with that content is going to be the start of chapter 7, which is all about a new method to solving differential equations. So that's what we've been learning, like different methods of solving differential equations. And so we're going to learn about the Laplace transform. Okay, so that's the main idea with section 7.1 and 7.2. These are the learning objectives. But yeah, it's just a regular week, post exam two, where we learned two sections, 7.1, 7.2. We have a homework discussion board. We have a homework 11 that's just about 7.1, 7.2, and then a quiz about 7.1, 7.2. Okay, so discussion, homework, quiz, same type of setup, all right? So let's go through the module a bit. All right, we're learning about chapter 7, new method of solving differential equations, the Laplace transform. They're kind of fun if you get the idea and concept of them. So just keep that in mind. We have a homework discussion, uh, post a problem from homework 11. So make sure you take your time with these. I'm kind of assigning quite a few problems like 1 through 5 odd, 11 through 15 odd, 19 through 31 odd, and then for 7.2, 1 through 19 odd, 31 through 7 through 37 odd. So there are quite a few problems. Some of them are quick, but some of them take a little time as you see when you work through them, and hopefully watching the videos and seeing like how the problems are done. They kind of take a little while. I go through a lot of detail in the videos, but I'm sure when you're doing it for homework, you are able to kind of advance some of those steps. But yeah, like we got a quiz going on, and Laplace transform for 7.1. 7.2 is more about like inverse Laplace transform and the Laplace transform of derivatives. Okay, and then make sure to check out the lecture videos, all right? Um, Trying to give you guys a lot of examples and a lot of background. So, we have a couple examples for the Laplace transform. Make sure to watch these videos that I make and provide for you all. And, make sure to check out the notes, right? Write these down in your notes or copy down the notes that you can use when you're doing your homework. All right. So that's the goal so far in this class. All right. So watch these videos at speed or two speed or four speed. I don't care, but just get the content. All right. That's where I'm getting everything from um, for homework and all that. But yeah, regular week. Starting our last phase of content. We got a we got like you know 5 weeks left after this, and the last 2 weeks are about like the project and the final. So we really only have maybe like 3 weeks of content left. So we're wrapping things up. All right. We'll do Laplace transforms, and then you'll see in chapter 6 we get back to power series that you learned in Calc 2. But just this time we're using them to solve differential equations. But we'll get there, I think, next week, and we'll wrap it up after that. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned to the assignments, and take care. All right. Have a good week.